The spiritual storytelling in Avatar: The Last Airbender is just amazing, and I could do like 20 videos just about that. But today I want to focus on one scene specifically. One that was not even in the original series. I'm pretty sure that that never happened, and it fits the Avatar spirit so well. And it is really similar to the thing that I was talking about in my Winx Club video that a lot of people liked. It's about the Bodhisattva ideal. In the scene from season 1, episode 5, where Aang is talking to Gyatso in the spirit world, at first Aang is confused how that is even possible since, well, Gyatso has died 100 years ago. And then Gyatso answers something that is really deep connected to the Bodhisattva ideal. For those who have not watched my previous video, the Bodhisattva ideal in a short form is like that you postpone your own enlightenment or your own getting away from the whole circle of getting reborn in new lives because you stay there for other people to guide them or point them into the right direction out of their suffering. And that's exactly what Gyatso did there in the spirit world. He waited for Aang for 100 years. Of course, in the spirit world, time and space are different, and probably 100 years don't feel the same as in the real world. But still, Gyatso is really happy that Aang finally showed up because he was patiently waiting for him. And then comes the scene that is really interesting.
Most who perished moved on in the great cycle. I chose a different path.
You chose not to move on to the next stage of enlightenment? Why?
Because I knew you would need me.
Aang is really confused because Gyatso could have just gone to the next stage of enlightenment after he was killed by the firebenders, but he didn't, because Gyatso had one really important task that was worth waiting 100 years. Strictly speaking, bodhisattvas don't vow to postpone their own enlightenment, but rather their final entry into Paravirnana, the complete departure from the cycle of rebirth, or samsara, after death. One can be awakened and still remain present in the world, teaching and acting for the benefit of others. But like all air nomads, Gyatso is spiritually really advanced. Among all 4 nations, the air nomads seem to be the most spiritual ones in the Avatar world. And there are some interesting facts that are not even in the original series, and that fact was said in an interview by those who created Avatar. Brian Konietzko and Michael Dante Di Martino, who created the series, said in that interview that all air nomads are born benders because of their advanced spiritual culture and traditions. That is something that you don't obviously see in the series, since Aang is the last one of his kind. But among all other nations, there are a lot of non-benders. That would actually mean that in the Legend of Korra, the new air nomads would probably also give birth to non-benders for the first time in a really long time, because the new airbenders don't really care about the spiritual traditions of the air nomads. Wow, that would be like another whole topic to talk about. Well, gonna do that another time. Right now I want to focus on Gyatso. Gyatso was an airbending master, monk, and a member of the Southern Air Temple's Council of Elders. From his youth, he was a friend and companion of Avatar Roku, and later became the guardian, mentor, and kind of father figure for Aang. All that shows that even among airbenders, Gyatso was spiritually really advanced. So with his death, going into the next stage of enlightenment and stepping out of the cycle of being reborn would really be like the next thing to do. He would be able to do that. But as I said, there was this really important thing that he had to do, and postponing his enlightenment was worth of that, because he had to say something to his old friend Aang. And it's like even more symbolic if you remember that he was befriended with Aang in his past life as Avatar Roku too. So this friendship is really, really deep. And it is something that Aang really needed to hear. That it was not his fault that all the air nomads died.
Aang, there's something I need to tell you. You couldn't have done anything if you'd stayed with us. You couldn't have stopped the Fire Nation. You couldn't have prevented the war. You would have just died, along with everyone else. It's not your fault. So, let go.
Until that point in the season, he was really feeling guilty that he left and all his people died, because he thought that maybe he, as the Avatar, could have helped them. In fact, if he would have not disappeared, he would probably die with all of them, maybe even in the avatar state, and then there would not be any avatar anymore at all, and the world would be out of balance forever. It's just amazing. This series really is a masterpiece in teaching you about friendship and spirituality and what it really means to be alive. And I really like the Netflix adaptation. There is just a lot of work behind it, and I don't mind that they changed some things. Like, for example, this whole scene with Gyatso that never happened. But still, it captures their deep friendship. And it also shows the whole way the creators of Avatar really took their time to understand the culture that they wrote their characters into. It's so fascinating because I was watching the first season when it came out, and right now I'm in the Zen monastery, as you maybe can see by all the beautiful trees behind me. I was watching this scene again and I was like, wow, this exactly is the Bodhisattva ideal. They explained it in such a beautiful way without using any Tibetan or Buddhism language. And that is something that I was also saying like in my Winx Club video. There are those universal truths, and people like the creators of Avatars, of Winx Club, and a lot of other beautiful series, they understand that concept and that deep spiritual meaning behind it, even probably without doing any spiritual practice by themselves. Just a really beautiful thought that, like, even if you're really, really close to enlightenment and you can be in this beautiful state forever, you still take your time to help a friend who needs your guidance. It's just so beautiful. It makes me so emotional. I really, really like Avatar. And I really like how this time, we're not talking about other times, they really captured the Avatar spirit. At least for me. I know that a lot of people are hating on it on social media. I really don't understand why. Of course, there are some things that I would have probably did differently. Still, they did such an amazing job with all of it. The whole Azula lore.
I serve at the pleasure of the Fire Lord.
The whole there is no war in Ba Sing Se lore.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
And I'm really looking forward for the third season. I will probably even do more videos about spirituality and all the things that happen in Avatar. But I also wanted to do more Winx Club videos. And like more Bollywood videos, because there were so many comments under those videos. But yeah, like you can also write down in the comments if there's something that you're interested a lot in right now. Maybe I will also speak a little bit about my spiritual practice and like what's happening in the monastery right now or how I practice here. But yeah, we'll see. But for today, I just wanted to highlight this whole beautiful Gyatso Aang friendship storyline. Bye!